And let's talk about it now with our legal analyst guest this hour. I want to welcome in attorney Lindsay Richards. Lindsay, good morning to you. Nice to see you on this Thursday.
Hi, good morning.
We want your prediction. So whose verdict do you think it'll be today in this one, and why, please?
I will tell you, I have really been struggling with this case because it's just so hard to say, what are the limits of responsibility for someone like this in this position as an assistant principal who's overseeing so many children. And, I'm sure multiple kids have behavioral issues and issues that need to be addressed. And it's just... It's a tragic situation, but it's really hard for me to say, where do we draw the line? And I predict that she will be found, I guess, not liable. I know this is civil and not criminal. Also, $40 million, she's an assistant principal. Where's that money going to come from? The whole thing seems a bit much for me. Honestly, I know that's kind of a hot take, but
we're here for it. We're here for it, Lindsay Richards. Yeah, keep going. So tell me, thinking ahead to the criminal case too. I mean, this defendant in the civil case, Dr. Ebony Parker, is going to have to face criminal charges coming up as well. So this isn't going to be over for her. Your thoughts on the different standards? Let's kind of talk about that. So in civil court, as you know, it's the preponderance of the evidence standard. You think of the scales of justice, it's like the very slightest tipping. We're talking 51% to 49% versus criminal court, where you practice, Lindsay, where it's beyond a reasonable doubt, the highest standard that the law allows. So how does the difference in the standards, how does that sort of factor into your prediction of what will happen today, here and now in the civil court of law?
I think if there's any chance of any kind of conviction of some kind or finding of liability, I think it's going to be in the civil case. I don't think there's going to be enough. And again, I have not seen all the evidence, so I don't know exactly what they're intending to use to prove up their criminal case. But beyond a reasonable doubt, in this instance, is going to be an incredibly high standard and burden of proof. And I just don't know if they're going to be able to get there on something like this because the connection is just so tenuous. She's the assistant principal. She's not the teacher, right? The teacher's the one suing her, but she's not the teacher. She's not in the classroom with this student every day. What is her level of really involvement, her level of understanding of this child and what's really going on with them? Certainly there's some evidence to say that she should have known better or should have, taken some sort of action or was negligent in some regard. I just feel like it's a bit of a stretch to hold this person responsible civilly or criminally, but we'll see. I don't know what they're going to have as evidence in a criminal trial.
Mm-hmm. Right. Felony child abuse are the criminal allegations, and we'll talk more about that. Lindsay, stand by kindly, please. I'm being told we'll hit our break. I'll show you a live look at the courtroom right now. Our court TV videographers are on standby getting ready for any action to come from that jury room, whether it's a question or a verdict. We are on standby. So let's talk a little bit about the evidence that this jury has had to weigh and the warning signs that were present with this 6-year-old child. Let's bring in our attorney guest. She's a criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor as well. Lindsay Richards on the show with me. Lindsay, I am astounded that nobody searched the kid. I am just stunned and amazed after we had multiple students, multiple teachers, either suspicious or with direct knowledge from having seen it or talked to the kid that he had a gun. In this day and age, does it stun you that he wasn't searched?
It does shock me that he wasn't searched when there were alarm bells going off that he likely or might have had a gun. So that is shocking that no one searched him. However, it's such a difficult thing for these teachers and principals to know what these boundaries are. It's kind of, they are often in this position of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if she had searched him and there wasn't a weapon on him, and then there's this huge complaint of searching this young child for weapons, and, that could have lent itself to other issues. I don't know if it is still negligent on anyone's part, legally speaking, to say that, by not searching him, put this teacher in a position of being shot. I still just feel like that is a bit of a stretch. But yes, I mean, you are correct. If there are alarm bells going off and there is some sort of suspicion that this child could have a gun, certainly we need to be searching in this day and age where there are so many school shootings and horrific incidents of violence in schools. Yes, you are correct.
Lindsay, thank you. Yeah, I don't know what people are afraid of. Like, are people afraid of violating his rights to privacy? He is 6 and in a school building and has no right to carry a concealed weapon. Come on now. Oh, don't even get me started. It's a good thing we're out of time, because I just would really be popping off about this one. It is, thank God that teacher survived. Lindsay Richards, it's always great to have you on this program. Thank you so much for weighing in on it. We'll see what this jury does as the clock keeps ticking in Virginia.